And I'm not saying I need alcohol to have fun, but I do.
I just talked about the little bouncy thing. I didn't talk about the bouncy thing. So,
Dislocated.
yes, there it is.
We weren't rolling.
Oh my God.
I would spend the night with Harry Kane.
Welcome to Dream Team Coach with me, Rory Harper. We are here to talk about all things fantasy football, aren't we, gents? To my right, and joining me on the sofa today, is Andy Taylor. To my left, Sean Burke, and Dream Team Coach himself, Mr. Nick Elliott. How you doing, boys?
Good. I was just saying earlier, people don't do this enough anymore. I'm bringing it back as well.
Yeah, it's
no
your
one else
thing,
on this couch.
Has it ever
Did
done
Nick not
that?
do that
I did it last week. I did it last
I don't
week, and now you
remember
think
that.
it's your thing.
I'm a pioneer.
It's not even good.
It's
All
Make
right,
it
lads. Boring now. Let's get on with it.
How you doing, though? What's going on with the extra prop?
I've dislocated my knee. I've dislocated my knee. So
Dislocated.
yeah. So I got to the semi-finals of the FA People's Cup Sutton.
Can you just say
venue.
dislocated again?
Dislocated.
Okay, cool. I don't know if it's one of those words that you can't say.
No, I can say it.
All right.
Dislocated.
Okay.
Sounds like your own
Say it 3
knee.
times really quickly.
Dislocated.
Yes, there it is. What was the score at that point in time?
We lost 3-1.
So you were trying to do the lad, basically.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
it was
did,
a last minute. Just I was going full in there.
What did your Mrs. Sally say when you got home?
She laughed at me, and yeah, we haven't made love since.
Or in the 9 months.
It's a record. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed actually. Yeah.
As always, at the end of the show, we'll reveal how you boys got on the previous weekender. Obviously, the one with the least amount of points does a forfeit. How was that, Onion?
Yes, I've still got a bit of breath on, so don't get too close.
Yeah. So this week's weekender is £10,000. Make sure you sign up. It's completely free. 10 G's.
Double jackpot, that's worth winning, isn't it?
Nice.
Not like before. Before you didn't really mind.
$5 grand.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that like a second of Mesut Ozil's wages?
This might be completely off topic, by the way. Sorry, producer Dan. Right. Ozil's bounce technique.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in it. Andy thinks it's a scuff.
Yeah.
It's a clear scuff.
No, he's done it
It's
multiple
bollocks.
times.
Yeah, he's done it way too many times for it to be a mistake.
Have you seen it when he does it for Germany when he passes it, and it's very deliberate?
There's a full compilation out there as well.
Yeah, of scuffs. Like I could probably do. I could do a compilation of scuffs for every single player out there. I actually did tweet Gunnarsons today saying that you've spelt scuff wrong. Yet to get back to me. So.
0 likes, 0 retweets.
We're going to get that on the screen right now.
Please get that on screen.
Let us know in the comments below. Does Ozil mean it? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, does he mean it? I think he. I don't really like
think he
Ozil,
means it,
but
yeah.
you're two massive Ozil
Andy's
fans.
not having it.
While we're on the subject of Andy and being controversial, I want to look back at some of last week's comments. We'll start with a positive one from Dan the Baggy. FFS. I've lost all respect for Andy. Scum.
Yeah.
Any
You have to say that's a great
any
comment.
reasoning for that, or what? Is it just because he's a fan?
I think he just speaks the truth. You know,
Yeah, he's
that-
probably judged your personality, your
Yeah.
sort of
He
attributes.
sounds like a stand-up guy.
Enjoy losing in the playoff semi-finals this year, boys, and then all your loanies will go back, and Dwight Gale's going to leave you. Oh
he's
dear.
researched.
Well,
Please come back.
Sean Burke actually replied to this
did,
particular comment.
Yeah.
Dan the Baggy, welcome to the club. Hashtag Andy out.
Yeah. We've got to show him our support, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, he's
Solidarity.
speaking the truth. Yeah, that's it. I'm
Just
with Dan the
it's only
Baggy.
because you wanted to follow you on your, you wanted to subscribe to your personal YouTube.
Maybe,
That's
maybe
all it
not.
is.
I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
And George Gilmore thought there was some A-list talent on the couch last week. He wrote, hosted by a young Ray Liotta with Joseph Gordon-Levitt on the far right. Both seem to be on crack.
I think I'm the Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this scenario. Which
you know what? I
even
thought,
on
haven't you?
crack, you know,
I could definitely see a bit of Levitt on crack in you.
yeah, the on crack is the important detail.
I
There,
mean,
I
obviously
think.
not normal,
Yeah.
because he's a very good-looking
He
bloke.
is an A-list.
But on
celebrity.
crack?
On crack, though.
Yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
Not as much as Jonathan Hogg, the Huddersfield vice captain.
Yeah, that's
And
my
there's a kid
football
out of Harry
lookalike.
Potter as well.
Seamus Finnegan from Harry Potter is another one.
Yeah.
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 I think they're the
big
holy trinity of Sean Burke lookalikes.
And Tottenham fan club asks a very serious question. The Irish guy, how does he have the heart to wear an Arsenal kit one day and wear a Spurs kit another day?
I think he's talking about me. Yeah, that's a good question.
Explain yourself, buddy.
Well, if you don't know already, I do have a pacemaker So I kind of do have a robotic heart
Playing
anyway,
that card.
which is perfect for the job.
Yeah.
So it was on my CV.
Is that how you do it,
robot heart right under no soul in the bullet points.
But what's your thoughts on you wearing an England shirt? You'd never do that, would you? You'd
Oh,
never,
unthinkable.
ever wear an England shirt.
Unthinkable.
That
I'm
is...
pretty sure we're going to cut to a clip of some kind right now. That's very incriminating. Southgate, baby. Southgate, baby. Southgate, baby. Southgate, baby. National hero, dislocated shoulder. Doesn't really matter, we'll be World Cup holders.
Right, on to this week's top stories. Spurs. They've lost two on the bounce. They lost in the week to Chelsea. It's the first time since Pochettino took over they haven't registered a shot on target.
You've got to hand it to them how consistent they are, though, aren't they? Consistently.
That was a lovely finish from Trippier, though, wasn't it? Did it not remind you of like a young Henri just opening the body up?
It really
Yeah.
is textbook,
Sold
wasn't it?
keeper.
Just opened it up.
Bent.
Yeah.
Glorious, yeah.
Whose fault was it? Trippier's or Lloris's?
Bit of both, I think.
Yeah, that was. Funnily enough, it was great teamwork in that they both equally f***ed up.
Harry Kane has been back for those 2 games that should have lost. Is he the sort of player that you'd want in your weekend side?
Well, obviously this weekend's the North London derby, and Kane does have a great record in London derbies, but if you go with the form, obviously Arsenal coming off the back of a big win, Spurs couple of losses, I reckon probably not this weekend. Also, while we're on Spurs, you need to get rid of Trippier, who is still way too popular among Dream Team gaffers. I think he's definitely the top 5 most popular defenders, and he's the only, him and Harry Maguire, so 2 World Cup heroes, are the only 2 out of the top 10 most popular defenders who haven't yet reached 100 points.
So there are some plunkers who pick Spurs players in the game.
Oh.
No, so I'm asking DT coach.
Well, there are,
Yeah.
but yeah. There's also some clever people that pick Sung Hin Min. So.
Have you got any Spurs players? Ever had any?
No.
You're a liar. Look at that face. Look at that
Kane
face.
might have come in because there was such an injury crisis that I've had to bring Kane in.
With regards to Chelsea, have we finally seen Sarri ball? I don't think we have.
No, because he's ditched it, really, isn't he? He went again in the League Cup final. We went to old Chelsea, defensive and pragmatic, and it works. So that's probably more annoying if anything for Sarri, because he proved that going back to the old ways is actually more effective.
After last weekend's show with Kepa Gate, was he right to drop him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I'm kidding. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny afterwards that they were like what happened on the pitch and then what they said. They were both like, "Oh, it was a miscommunication. It's just a big mistake. It's fine." And then he dropped him as well.
And fined him a week's wages.
Yeah, is Kepa going to be like, "Oh, that was our mutual decision to drop me and fine me a week's wages,"
No, I think it shows how bad the modern game's gone, right? That you've got a 24-year-old lad who thinks that he's bigger than Chelsea. Because that's basically what it's saying, right? He's saying that I don't care what the manager's telling me, I'm going to stay here, I'm going to disobey him.
Well, player power's a big thing, hasn't it? I mean, Emery's pretty much admitted that Neymar ran PSG. Messi has loads of power at Barcelona. John Terry was pretty much the authority figure at Chelsea for years. So I think, but like you say, if that translates to like young goalkeepers who've only just come to the league, it's a bit worrying, isn't it?
Do you think John Terry make a good manager?
Good shagger. Sorry, is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's kind of a lottery because you never know what type of footballer is going to go on to be a good manager. Although Thierry Henry, I had to say, I was confident would not be a good manager, and it's not really looking like that at the moment. And don't get me wrong, I love Thierry Henry, the footballer.
Yeah.
But when he's a pundit, he's all like airy-fairy and just not talking about like specifics or tactics necessarily. He's all very vague, and I feel like he probably overcompensated just how much that would translate.
Who's the opposite of that? Who's someone who's a footballer but actually turned into a
Wenger.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
Wenger, Mourinho.
Do you think Sean hates Thierry Henry now because of what he did to Ireland?
Oh yeah, how does that one go down actually?
That's the tough one.
You said you loved him as a player.
Can you talk
For
us through that moment?
Arsenal.
Oh,
Not
Talk us
for
through the
France.
moment when you saw him do that. You probably weren't even watching it, were you? You fickle b****. He wasn't even watching the game.
England were on the other side.
Yeah.
England were playing.
Southgate, baby. That would have been particularly bad considering I was probably like 15 living in Dublin at the time. But yeah, it's a while ago now. I've repressed it mostly because it just brings up all this. Why do I always get the difficult questions like Declan Rice, Thierry Henry? How do you feel about that, John? How do you feel about that? I don't know. It hurts.
Right, on Monday, we set a little challenge to you boys, just a bit of fun. It was to create your own memes. So we put them on the Dream Team Insta account, so make sure you go follow that page if you haven't done so already. So the meme with the most likes is the winner. Let's have a look. Let's see how the boys got on.
Yeah, I've never made a meme.
So this is Sean. Sean, do you want to talk us through that meme?
Yeah, so the boy represents Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
The girl represents Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
And the burger represents the Leicester job.
Can I just ask, is this a dig at Sam Allardyce's weight or diet?
It wasn't an intended one, but I'll take it.
There's levels to it.
Yeah. It's like an onion.
You look. Oh, don't
Okay.
If you take the text off that photo, it suddenly becomes quite awkward that you've got that on your laptop.
That is a good meme, Mike. That actually made me chuckle. What is the next one? What are we saying? This is Nick's.
That's me. Yeah.
That's quality.
Great use of Comic Sans. As you can see, obviously lots of injuries to the United players, and they're all hungry for painkillers. Hungry Hippos, great game as well.
So Andy Taylor's is the last one.
I just want to clarify. that I was literally in hospital with a dislocated knee when I was doing this. So my creative juices weren't flowing. So if anyone's battering me for that, then
I don't mind it.
I don't give a because I had a dislocated knee.
Just own it, mate.
No, I like it. I like it.
I'm going to go back to my meme and change Rashford for Andy. Hungry for the painkillers.
We now have to find out who the winner is of this week's meme.
It's got my name written all over it.
Right, in third place, it is Andy Taylor. In second place is Sean Burke. And in first place, with the classic, Nick Elliott. There it is.
Yeah, he's earned it.
That's how it's done,
The
baby.
award for the lad who's got the most time on his hands.
Oh, wow.
Says the lad who's been off the last 2 days.
Right, now it's time for Dream Team Coach's top tips. Nick, take it away.
Well, Man City fans will be worried about Fernandinho's absence the next month, but it's Aymeric Laporte's injury that's got Dream Team gaffers worried. The Frenchman's going to be out until the end of March after the international break. He's the third most popular player in the game at the moment, which means you've got to do something right now. You could go for a straight swap with Nicolas Otamendi, both 4.5 million, but be aware that the rash Argentine is going to miss City's second leg in the Champions League against Schalke through suspension. Personally, I like the look of Crystal Palace's fixtures in March. So you could go for someone like Patrick Van Arnholt, Jeffrey Schlupp, who we've got in the Jeffrey Schlupp, who we've got in the game as a defender, even though he's been playing in Roy Hodgson's midfield. So a few possible extra points there. Or someone who I think deserves a place in the Premier League team of the season, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah.
You said that was such a positive inflection. Overrated. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Is that all, Nick?
Also, there's 2 new players been added to the game. We've got, I say new players, they're not really new players, Manuel Enzini and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now, we didn't put them in the game back at the start of the season because, well, they were dead, weren't they? Like this.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But now that they've been resurrected, they're both in the game at 2.5 million. Should you put them in your midfield?
I think Lanzini's a massive shout.
Lanzini.
It's a great shout. Yeah,
Last season, he did get a lot of points, so that's possible. But obviously, both are going to be rusty, but they're in there if you want them anyway.
Nice. Right, now we are going to play Punch, Play, Party. I'm going to name 3 Premier League footballers, and our panel have to decide which one they'd like to punch, which one they'd like to play with, football-wise, and finally, which one they'd like to party with.
Reality.
It's the North London derby this weekend, so the players we thought we'd pick are obviously going to be involved with that. The 3 players I've got on my piece of paper right here are Mesut Ozil, Harry Kane, and Hector Bellerin. Lads, which ones would you like to punch, play, party with?
For starters, punch Harry Kane, because I'm obviously such a loyal Arsenal fan. Play with Bellerin, because, you know, he seems like he does a lot of, he puts the shift in and he would do the defensive work while I get to, you know, do the fun stuff.
The tap-ins.
But then party with Ozil, because he has this amazing party trick where he kicks the football into the ground and then it bounces up over the goalkeeper, and it just it's the heart and soul of every night. He pulls it out of the bag constantly, and as a bonus, with those eyes, he would fit right in on a rave. So
all of that answers annoyed me because firstly, the first 2 answers you gave were just trying to like bay back down to the Arsenal fans out there that you've pissed off wearing a Spurs shirt. And then the third one is tried to wind me up, which hasn't. It's actually the first 2 ones that have wound me up, not the last one.
I'll be honest,
because the last one I saw it coming.
I'll be honest, that entire segment was geared towards winding you up, Andy.
Nick, let's give Andy time to cool down. What are you going for?
I'm going to play with Mesut Ozil, because as Andy knows, I'm a big fan. And I just stick myself up top, and he would just provide lavish assists for me.
What, in training?
Yeah.
He doesn't play.
Well, the only guy to finish as top assist provider in Germany, Spain, and England in history. So I'll just go up front, and he can provide me assists. Sounds lovely. I would party with Hector Bellerin, because I can't party with Ozil because he's Muslim, he doesn't drink. And I'm not saying I need alcohol to have fun, but I do. So I'll go with Bellerin because he's go take me to Fashion Week and all that, you know what I mean? He's simply like, and I don't mind a vegan burger either, so I'll have his grub. And then I regrettably, but firmly, will have to punch Harry Kane.
2 punches for Kane, Andy Taylor.
Well, you all know who I'm going to punch.
Yeah.
And it's Hector Bellerin. Yeah, no, my reasoning being is that someone needs to knock sense into him, because why did he not go to Barcelona? Right? So I punched him. No, he could.
He wasn't
Mate,
good
they're
enough.
playing Nelson Semedo at right back at the moment. By process of elimination leads me to Ozil. Now, I couldn't party with him because he doesn't turn up to big events. So that means I'd have to go to party with Kane, which would be quite boring. So that means I'd actually have to play with Ozil, which would wind me up.
Oh, welcome. Welcome.
See?
But I see why I've been forced down that road of playing with Ozil.
So you're saying you'd
enjoy
punch
that.
Harry Kane as well?
No, I'd go to
punched
party with
Bellerin.
Kane.
Oh, sorry, you'd punch
You're a
Bellerin.
party with Harry Kane.
I know. Well,
Can you imagine how
literally,
boring that
I've been
would be?
boxed in by having to punch Bellerin. I've had
Andy,
to
let
go
me
with those
tell you
next two.
about my 100th goal. I didn't think I was going to do the voice, but I did.
Look, I'd happily spend a night with Harry.
He's
Kane.
Harry.
What was
Kane's-
that? Can we get that on camera?
I would spend a night with Harry Kane.
So once again, is a massive £10,000 up for grabs. You lads are going to enter a team. You can't win because you work here. Sorry, it's just how it is. But we're going to have a look at Sean's team first.
Well, I suppose there's no point now anyway. Hey, that's
look
me.
at his little face.
What a shock. Doherty's in there. Copying me again, are we?
Yeah, I probably just swapped him over. Tarkovsky, yeah, he's a player. He plays for Burnley. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Mr. Arsenal over here has put Kane up top. You're not fancying the North London derby this weekend,
That is ridiculous.
Whoever you get to actually pick your team is stick you right up.
Yeah.
My social media team are in for it big time.
Take that off and there's a Spurs shirt under there.
Right,
That's fairly white
It's white,
anyway.
yeah, it is
so-
pretty white.
let's have a look whose team is up next. It is Nick's
Good,
team.
good
Dream
team.
team coach Nick.
It's
Tell
like
us,
Willy Caballero.
tell us what you've gone for there. Look at that.
Look at that. Pretty. Obviously, Brighton are playing Huddersfield, and Huddersfield can't score goals. So I've gone for Duffy and Dunk at the back. And do you know what? I always think that Duffy and Dunk sounds like a detective duo of some kind. So I quite like
Yeah, I
going
can
for
see
them.
that.
And then Hazard and Higuain to run right against terrible, terrible Fulham.
Andy Taylor, what is going on with your team?
Well, can we explain that I've been hamstrung for starters?
So what is the rule?
yeah.
Andy,
So-
just tell us the rule.
Well, so last week Nick had to pick a team from players with NICK. I've got to pick a team from ANDY, and then Sean next week has got to pick a team from CUNT. So,
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
so yeah, as you can, sorry, Sean. So as you can see, I've kind of gone down the A route with it. Alexander Arnold. Now, I actually picked that team before the Liverpool game where they won 5-0. So just preempting.
Coming off the back
Squad
of
goals.
three assists.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only one other player's done that this season. Can you name him?
3 assists in one game.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Otamendi. No,
Otamendi.
the other
Ryan Fraser?
German
No.
chap who plays for Man City, Gundogan.
No, it's a Tottenham player with a double barrel name.
Walker Peters.
Oh,
Walker
yeah, he did,
Peters
yeah.
got
Did,
3
yeah.
assists in one
He
game.
did, yeah.
So there's an interesting stat for you. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in the show, we are going to look at the previous weekender performance from you boys. Lowest scorer faces a forfeit. In no particular order, Andy Taylor, 17 points.
And that's a good showing. That's a good showing in a low-scoring week.
Yeah.
Smashing
But
it.
it does show that weekender game is actually all about trusting the smaller players as opposed to your obvious bigger hitters like Salah, Aubameyang, Jota. As you can see, that all three of those have not got me points. So,
And we did mention in last week's show that Newcastle were going to keep a clean sheet against Huddersfield. Weekender tip, Newcastle v Huddersfield got 0-0 written all over it.
exactly. So your words of wisdom have hopefully won me this week's prize.
Second up, Nick Elliott, Dream Team coach. Your team got 16 points
With the restrictions,
Tell you what,
with restrictions.
done well there.
So
Yeah.
Nick's team, obviously Nick could only pick players with NICK.
Oh, mate, King.
Do you know
missed
what,
the
Josh
pen.
King? But he also sorted me out by scoring.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad he missed it though. To be fair.
So he did sort me out basically because that could have easily been nothing. But there you go, not bad. And a Wobie, 3 for a Wobie.
Yeah,
Take
fair
that.
play.
I think that's worth
Yeah,
a little.
Just a little one though.
We don't see these anymore, so
Yeah.
bring
Oh,
them
no.
back.
Yeah. So that means that poor old Sean Burke.
I thought it was in no particular order.
It actually is. Sean Burke.
It's
Oh,
in
there we
the
go.
exact order.
No.
Yeah.
I wonder who came last.
Yeah. So Sean Burke, in no particular order,
Wow, look at
came
that
in with
team.
12 points.
Ah,
The
Oh,
same
nice.
strike force as Andy Taylor, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
quite
that's
the same
it.
performance.
Wow.
Who are you most disappointed in, Sean?
See, I think Salah, to be honest, actually. I'm
I
very
think we need to
disappointed
correct
there.
this. You should be most disappointed with yourself, mate.
Yeah, there's a trick answer.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
so than usual.
So how are you with hot foods, mate? Because 12 points means you finished last.
doesn't
That
bode
means you
well.
have to do the forfeit.
I'm not saying he's not good, but the last time I went for a curry with Sean, he ordered a pint of yogurt with his korma. So
Yeah, I mean, I find mayonnaise spicy. Look, I'm a pale Irish man. This does not bode well.
So we do have a lot of
Does the
something for you.
pacemaker come into account? With that?
I'll just put it on chili mode. I forgot that. Just tweak this nipple. Oh,
Yeah, that's for you, mate.
all right.
So in the
you
mouth,
wipe your hands.
And I'm told you have to eat the whole thing.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Are you serious?
All right, no egos here, mate.
Fucking hell!
Just face the forfeit.
All right, here we go.
Do it for the
Get
social.
it down, yeah.
Good.
Keep going.
I can see beads of sweat already.
He's really attacking it.
Oh wow, it's aggressive.
God, someone not had their lunch.
How is it then? Early thoughts?
Fucking hot. Oh my god.
I can see C's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. Oh god. It's just,
And steam coming out his ears.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Immediate pain.
It's hot. There is
You have
there
got
is a
so
bit of
many-
sweat.
Is there getting red?
Sweat
he's
on.
beating.
Yeah.
That's all the Arsenal fans that are like, well, that's for you,
Oh,
traitor.
yeah, you deserve it.
Oh,
Moisture.
Your performance has been bang average, so you deserve
fucking hell. I'm literally crying.
Do you want any milk?
Oh, that'd be nice.
We haven't got any.
We haven't got any. Sorry, mate. We're all out.
I think I'll need this, Andy.
Shots at me.
Yeah, you go ahead, mate.
Oh, what?
I don't need it.
I can
that-
smell
that-
it on your breath. That's making me hot off your breath.
I can smell it actually. It's quite nice.
Sean sat here for a good 30 seconds and no one's told him to wipe his lip with that.
He's literally
All right, wrap this up. I need to go.
Right, so that is...
Wow, what's that? We should do that bit again.
we weren't rolling.
Oh my god.
So that's the end of this week's show. Right, we want to hear from you and any questions that you have about
All
weekend.
right, see you lads.
He's got a Spurs shirt on.
Please make sure that you comment below and make sure to get in touch with Dream Team Coach Nick, with any questions that you have. I can't believe that's just happened. Like Sean is about to die. Like he could die.